Hi, this is Larry with ManCave Mayhem. Hey, since we're coming off this COVID thing, we decided, we've been asked before to do a packing video, a scooter packing video. So I kind of wanted to show you guys how we pack our scooters. There's all kinds of different ways to do it, but I wanted to show you guys how we did it and how it works for us, and maybe give you guys some ideas. Hopefully this helps. If you guys do any scooter adventures or trips, this will help you organize yourself maybe a little better, or see kind of some of the things that we may be doing wrong. You can leave some comments down below. And by the way, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and share, and you know, leave some comments, like I said. So anyhow, we'll get started on this video and kind of show you what we put inside our scooters first, and then we'll show you how we're gonna go ahead and pack that, and we'll show it packed, and then we'll also show you what we bring on top of the scooters. In front of us now, we're gonna try and show you basically what we have going on here. Go ahead, Nancy, kind of do a demo. My beautiful assistant here is gonna do the demo here. So on one side we have sleeping, right? Go ahead, you show us how it's laid out there, beautiful.
Okay, we both have our Big Agnes sleeping bags with our
sleeping pads.
Sleeping pads. He has a
I have one right here.
He has a sleeping pad, and we both have pillows because we both bought pillows.
She took the better pillow.
Yes, I did.
Just let you know, this is some kind of freaking freight train pillow,
and
or
this is
airplane pillow that doesn't work very well, but I usually just lay on a jacket or
and
something.
This one compacts. It's one of those.
Yeah. Memory foam?
Memory foam.
Yes.
So it's really nice. We got it somewhere, and I've stolen it. And then I also bring an extra blanket, because sometimes I want to sleep on top, but I still want a blanket. And sometimes I'm freezing and I shove the blanket inside the sleeping bag.
Exactly.
We both get chairs that are foldable.
Yeah, we have these foldable chairs that are nice, and they fit under the seats of the scooter. This is a Fair Share cup. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with camping, but we'll use that for if we're gonna drink something hot, or just put soup in or something. And then we have our pocket rocket stove, which is just, go ahead and pull that stove out.
I don't know how this works. I can hold the camera.
You hold the camera. Anyhow, this is our pots and pans, and this is just a little camp stove. Basically, it's like backpacking off your motorcycle. So we use this little camp stove, and it screws onto a propane canister right here that goes like that. And it allows us to boil water or do something. Many times we'll be on a trip, and we will get in the area where
there's no food.
Yeah, where there's no food, and so we bring some backpacking food. Mountain House is usually what we like to eat, and so we'll bring backpacking food. And if we don't have time, we will just do backpacking food. And
these
but
are the utensils.
A lot of times we like to eat out at restaurants. These are some of the utensils. This is kind of like our little kitchen. Some odds and ends. We got different knives. We got some knives in here and stuff like that, just for
spoons if we're eating.
Yeah.
And
some twine. We usually have a tarp too, just in case we get into a rainy situation. We have a way of covering the bikes or covering some of our gear if we're camping somewhere. Now we're gonna move up to our toiletries, right? Right there, the toiletry bag that we have. So my wife is big into containers.
I like it.
So I labeled mine, made it all fancy. But basically, ibuprofen for the old guy and Tylenol for headaches. Got some vitamin D3 and some melatonin, because many times I don't sleep well on the ground. And this is kind of how they look inside. I don't know, where did you end up getting these at?
I have no idea. Probably off Amazon.
A lot of stuff we got off of Amazon, but I can't really list it. But this is just kind of the inside of our gear ditty bag, you know, little deodorants, mouthwash, all the necessary items to make your trip as comfortable as possible.
And the towels.
Yes. So go ahead, and these are compactable towels, or more like backpacking towels. We like to use them. They work pretty well. This is mine right here, kind of similar. It's like almost made out of the chamois material. You can get those pretty affordably on Amazon, or this mine happens to be a Sea to Summit Dry Light Micro Towel. If you're gonna buy one that's labeled Sea to Summit, it's gonna cost you a little more. Mine's a little smaller than hers.
Mine's generic because he spends more money on himself.
Actually, that's not true.
Yes,
She's lying.
it is.
She's lying. She's lying.
True.
Don't believe a word she says. They have a hook right here that allow you to hang it on a rod in the shower, wherever you may be at a campground. And so it works out really well. It kind of frees up your hands. This is just a Walmart portable backpack. So I throw that in there just in case we're going for a day hike or something. It's real compact, and I think this thing costs maybe $5. She has another container.
Okay,
What
this
is that?
is a Truvia container, but this is for washing clothes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes when we were on long scooter trips, I would bring some,
Oh yeah. Some soap.
throw-ins.
Yep.
And then I'd bring coins. And this is dryer sheets.
Yeah, and that
because
works really well at like
Airbnbs when they have,
and campgrounds
that have.
that have what they need, what we need.
You have to wash clothes, and it's nice to have it, and you don't have to buy it.
Right. So now we're going over. This is our tent. We got a 2-person tent, 2-man tent. That usually sits on top of the bike. We'll show you how we pack that. That's a little. This is a little camp lantern. This is a Black Diamond camp lantern.
And
it works pretty good. It dims, and we use it. Yeah, it compacts down. We use it in the tent, so that works really well.
It works better than your phone when your phone's dead.
Yes. Now what?
These are just our bags that we throw everything in.
Yeah, show them your bag and the size of it.
Mine's the big one.
Hers is big. It's a big. Basically, this is a dry bag, and it's all. You use it for motorcycles. You want to get a waterproof bag if you're carrying your gear, because I'm telling you, how many times did we run into rain?
So many times.
Through the summer too, when we went to Chicago.
Monsoons.
We hit monsoons. We even hit a little snow in the middle of June. And
then
so
we had 110 degree temperatures too.
And then show them my bag. My bag's actually a motorcycle bag.
It's smaller.
It's a lot smaller and dark.
Because he's a boy.
And this is a GV bag. So it's got little reflective goodies on the side. It's nothing spectacular, but it does work. And so we use that. And that's where these bags are where we're gonna pack our clothes.
And we use packing cubes for that.
Nancy, tell me about this packing cube thing.
Okay, I started with just these. There's 4 of them from Amazon, and I could put in pants, shirt, everything I need. I could grab one of these packs, take it into the shower, and I knew
She has everything she needs for that day, right?
A complete change. I got other packing cubes for swimming.
Dirty clothes.
You need one for that. You need little ones for socks or things that you might not use all the time. They're just wonderful because you can throw them in, grab one, and take it out.
Yeah, a lot of times when you're out doing that stuff, it becomes a rat's nest, and these kind of keep it from doing that. I thought it was a great idea. I haven't really used those yet, but I am on this trip, and I'll let you guys know how it works. But she picked those up, I think at Ross, right? Some of them.
Some of them.
These are Amazon. These were Amazon Basics, I think, aren't they?
But because of COVID, they're no longer in stock.
Correct.
So he wanted some, so I just picked these up at Marshall's.
And I'm stealing hers.
He wants the ones that match.
Yes, we got to have the ones that match. I hate disorder.
He wants the matching. He's a girly girl.
Yes, for sure.
Talk about the keys.
What would the neighbors think? Another thing, this is our spare set of keys. This is to my big Bergman, and this is to Nancy's little Yamaha. What I like to do is I put her set of keys on my primary key ring, and she puts my set of keys on her primary key ring, and that allows us to have an extra set of keys in case of emergency. Even if you lock something lock something somewhere, or you happen to just lose your keys, it would be a terrible ending to a trip to have to call AAA and say, hey, I don't have the right keys. That would suck. So for that reason, she carries a set of my keys, I carry a set of her keys, and that allows us to have a backup plan in case we lose a set of keys. So that's something to think about if you're riding with a partner, or if you're riding with some buddies, whatever. If you're riding with people that you know are absent-minded like me, you definitely want to have a backup plan. So that's that part. Nancy's kind of jumped ahead of the game a little bit, but she's went ahead and put her chair in here, sleeping bag, her pillow, her extra blanket, and her sleeping pad. And see, she's got quite a bit of room in this bike. Usually we do this. Her seat's nice because it's split, so her bag can fit here and she can actually access this seat, I think, if it's not too stuffed full of clothes, right? Also, I bought her this because she likes to read books off of her phone, and her phone is shot out, so it always needs to be charged. So this USB charger plugs in. This is where, you know, you put the battery tender. I've got that hooked up, so when we're camping, she can plug that in and charge her phone, or we can charge like batteries for the cameras and stuff like that. So that's what we use there. I have actually one on my dash right here that I can plug into as well. So, and I think I have one of those. I may not though. So she's basically got the things that she needs in her bike for camping right now.
So we don't pull these out unless we're camping. If
Right,
we're going to Airbnb or a hotel,
they just stay in the bike, and we just grab our bag. We take our bag off the bike and we go in. So that's what works nice. And when we were, well, sometimes if it'll close,
I gotta push things.
She overstuffs them sometimes.
Yes,
but usually, many times when we'll go on a trip or whatever.
There, it's in.
It's in. We'll go on a trip. She will just grab her bag, go in, and then we have everything here. She doesn't have many attachment points for this crazy scooter for the bag, but we've got smaller size rock straps that go on this, and she's got attachment points back here that she can attach those straps to. And then this is what's going to actually hold her bag down. But those rock straps, I highly recommend. They keep the bag on the bike without any problems. Bungee cords don't work. Anything like these rock straps, they're just fantastic. I can't say enough about them. So, and you can pick those up. Trunk space isn't quite as big as hers, but it does go back quite a bit. So usually when I'm packing this, because I have a full seat, I want to make sure the stuff that goes in here, I don't have to pull anything off till the campground. So we load this thing up to the max, and there'll probably be some riding gear in here too. But usually I put the camp stove and the camping man purse too, or ditty bag, and it's got a screwdriver in it, headlamp, a few other little electronic items. I got this is a 12-volt cigarette lighter plug for here that plugs into that, so in case I need that. We also have a little mini tarp here. This is just a cheap Walmart mini tarp. That'll go in here. We'll shove that in there. Yeah, but this ditty bag has all kinds of goodies in it.
Where your pillow fit?
So, and then my pillow will get jammed in there as well. So zip that shut, please. So that'll all go in here, and then we're gonna close that down. See, mine closed a lot easier than hers. You know why? Because
she spends more money on his things. And
not even. Don't believe a word she said. As far as the top cases go, in my top case, a lot of times I'll put riding gear in here. Also, if I'm doing a video, I'll keep my drone in here, and I also keep my camera equipment in here, just because it gives me quick access. And I threw a little piece of carpet in here. It kind of helps. Well, I didn't throw it. Actually, the original owner threw that carpet in there, and I left it because I thought it was a great idea. But I got my heavy riding gloves, lightweight windbreaker, some just mechanics gloves that I like to ride with a lot of times. There's a razor knife that I didn't know I had. But anyhow, so we'll kind of show you how that works there. Here. So Nancy bought like a motorcycle purse. Go ahead, tell us about it.
These glove boxes, you can put some things, but if you're a girl, you want access to stuff easier. So you put this on, and it sits, and this all zips up, but it has in it anything I think I might want. So it becomes...
You might want to put it over this a little further. Just safety issues, maybe.
Well, I gotta take this off. But anyway, now, it zips up, and it has everything. It even has toothpaste and a toothbrush in here, because sometimes I don't want to dig through my purse to get to stuff. Has a place where I can put my glasses, my, you know, inside here I can
Sorry
have,
about the wind, guys, but we're getting some wind.
you know, lotion. Well, I can choke it up as high as I want to.
But how do you usually have it on the handlebars? That's kind of, I kind of want to show the end result.
Sitting right there. I don't care if it moves around, as long as it's all zipped shut. But you want access to this stuff, and you want to be able to take it with you when you do. This is what we used on our Route 66.
And they worked well. I thought it worked well. It's just a
big sack.
Right, it's just a cheap, thin little sack, but like.
And it fits over the handlebars, no problem.
That's kind of how it worked on, and I thought it worked pretty nice.
I just didn't like not having the things, because I mean, sometimes you need a mirror.
Yeah.
And you can put it in
Not
here.
me, not me.
And you can have it where you need it, and you can have everything, and you just take
Not
it with
me.
you, and you put it on your shoulder, and you go. So
I do have some concerns about the cluttery cockpit, but I can't say much because if you look at mine, it's pretty cluttery. I usually put a cell phone here and a soda here, and mine will get cluttery too. So, but yeah, it is nice to have a bag, and that bag I've carried there quite a few times. And again, I have storage here, and I put glasses, sunscreen. We have earplugs, and you know, our registration and everything. And then this lower glove box is not one that you want to open because you'll lose this cover. A lot of times that can happen. So you just have to be careful. You can't really be opening these while you're at high speeds. So it's nice to have something that she can access quickly. Now, and what about your top case? What do you do on your top case, Nance? Because I haven't paid much attention to that.
Usually we have extra, like the liners for our suitcases. Here I am.
Yeah.
For the liner for our jackets.
Uh-huh.
Not suitcases. For our jackets. And we usually leave it as empty as possible so we can put our helmets in here when we go.
That's right.
Through things.
A lot of times I'll just hook my helmet. We've left our helmets sitting on the bikes before, which is kind of sketchy sometimes, or we'll carry our helmets. But a lot of times we'll just lock them up. I haven't been able to fit my helmet in there most of the time because I've got gear like coming out of my ears. So anyhow, now we're gonna get our bags packed up, and we'll show you how we attach the bags to these bikes, and we'll show you kind of the end result of how it works. So I threw all my gear in here, but I wanted you guys to see how one of these packing cubes looked. So this is one day's worth of clothes: pants, socks, shirt, and undies. So that works out pretty good. And you just stuff it in here. My bag's getting pretty full, but all I need is a jacket and stuff. So now I'm going to show you guys how we're going to put these on the bikes. So give you an idea on how we're packing this. And then these, of course, are the rock straps that are just, like I said, they're amazing. Anyhow, I'll show you how those go on. All right, just real quick to show you guys how I'm packing here. So this is some of the equipment that I just have to put in my top case on the back, and it starts getting kind of involved because I got my small drone. Then I use this for all my GoPro equipment, charging equipment, batteries, battery packs, various cameras that I use. I don't really have that many cameras, but I use like two to three cameras. And so this is all going to go in the top case. I'm just getting it all ready now. So I'll kind of show you where I put that stuff, and then I'll show you the last part of the load. All right, we usually stuff some Mountain House in here because if we get in a bind, we don't have a place to eat, the Mountain House goes in. That gives us a little extra. Well, it gets tight under here, no doubt.
Good. We just gotta push it. There we go.
So that's in.
Tent goes.
Then we throw the tent back here. We usually have to readjust this thing plenty of times, otherwise it likes to try to come off. But set the tent back here, and then my bag goes right here. The way these rock straps work is this is really like elasticy if you haven't ever used them. Most people probably have. And I usually run that strap through for the thing because this I always have to readjust. It seems like the tent wants to slide around, but I don't worry too much about it. I've never lost it yet, so.
Well, I drop behind and check.
Yeah, and she always keeps an eye on me. So then we'll just, and see that snugs things down. And then you can tie off the difference. So I have two points where I secure it on the back, and then 2 points on the front where I secure it. And then I just snug her tight right here. And it holds the sleeping bag, I mean the tent, pretty good. And then if I feel uncomfortable with that, then I'll readjust it later. But then I have 2 secure points in the front that I secure this to right here. Nancy's got it hooked up right here to kind of give you guys an idea. I think she's snugged it a little bit, but not a lot. But anyhow, give you an idea. So that snugs that down, and then we go to this side and do the same thing. And then you just pull this tight here. That usually runs pretty well, and it gives me a little back brace. So you can kind of see how that works there. So we got this all secured, and those rock straps work really well, and they handle the bumps pretty well and everything else. But then I usually just tie these off, or I'll tie these around this to kind of help hold it even more. But that's it for the rock strap. That's kind of how I roll with my my bag on my scooter. And then I'll show you what I do as far as packing all my gear for the camera equipment. That's all going to go back here. I also show you real quick. I keep my riding gear back here too. So I've got a rain suit, and I've got a liner for my jacket. Then I'll have camera equipment back here, and then any other miscellaneous stuff that I need to get to. All right, got myself a cheap little tripod that goes in here. Then my drone case goes in here. Usually ends up looking like a rat's nest by the time I'm done. And then I got one more bag that'll go in here that has my camera equipment. And then we're basically wrapped up. Nancy needs to load her bags, but that's basically the way we do it. That about wraps it up for the scooter packing video. I did want to mention a couple other things. You do want to bring some extra tools. Bring a plug kit for your tires and a small air compressor. That can get you out of some tight situations, especially if you have a flat and you're a ways away from any kind of shop that can repair your tire. And a lot of times these plugs work really good. You jam them into the tire, throw some air in them, and you're back on the road. And also a first aid kit's really important. So make sure you guys include that in your ditty bag. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Share my videos. If you have questions, ask them below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And just remember, I'm just a man in a cave causing mayhem. Thanks again for watching.